Green Bay brew, the Jamaican Haze IPA, man.
Oh, I love it.
With all them Jamaicans in Green Bay, man.
We got all kinds of things going. We got pine trees, we got hops, we got palm trees.
A little bit of the Florence mixed with a little bit of the Jamaican, man.
Brewed with Sabro hops, man.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, man.
6.8 ABV. Oh,
holy
man.
shoots caboose.
Hinterland. Wow.
Yeah,
this is a lot going on. I can't wait to.
Now I can't completely. I think we've done you want to look at the list?
Yeah, let me pull the list up of our.
Because I think you told me when I told you we got another Hinterland that we did have one in the past.
It was Hinterland. It was their second one.
That was the. Hey, shout out! Was that Trevor?
No. Trevor's was the Badger State.
Oh, okay. Packerland, Pills. Oh, yeah, this was the Carlos Gomez. This is when we did the Brewers.
Yep.
Which we could also get back into now that Brewer season has kicked off.
They're playing pretty well. I think they lost yesterday. Tough one in the extra innings, but you know.
They got about 178 games left.
They got a lot more to go.
Yeah. But today we are drinking Hinterland Jamaican Haze IPA, a product of the USA and also a product of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And how are we rating this beer this week?
We are rating it off of. We're gonna do coaches since I'm on my trek into the coaching world.
Right.
And so we're gonna rate it off Packer coaches, just NFL coaches in general. Do you want to just do coaches?
Yeah, I think we could do.
Or just want to keep it in the NFL, keep our spectrum.
I think like if you
like if it's a Hall of Fame beer, it's a Vince Lombardi,
sure.
or
I mean,
a
I
Coach
don't know.
Z,
or if you've had like a personal coach that you were like you really felt like he was a great coach or she, I don't know, whoever, and you wanted to give that a rating. I think that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
So I just think coaches in general. I think since you're wanting to get into football coaching, obviously, but I think just
hell yeah,
just the whole coaching world itself is a pretty cool thing to just jump into, regardless of the sport.
Definitely.
And so I say we just do it on off coaches in general.
And if you're listening and we mention a coach that you're not familiar with, maybe it's personal, you'll understand the rating as we explain it. You'll understand if it's a good or a bad beer. But first of all, let's start with what's a Hinterland, huh?
Let's figure it out.
Well, what's a Hinterland? Well, to Wiki in the educated world, Hinterland means the land beyond the known port city, the unexplored rural country, or a person's vast knowledge that is unlimited by, another word that Carl can't read. I'm just going to say short-sightedness. Short-sightedness, but there's one before it.
Oh.
Anywho, to us it means stop wasting your life drinking the same corporately diluted beer and challenge your palate to a brew that has a rich heritage, a bold passion, and a story that will make you way more excited to hear others. The same philosophy lives in our kitchen. We push ourselves to experiment with interesting combinations of perfectly paired flavors, each one designed to inspire our guests. We crack these open, get a little aroma, get a little taste on the palate. I'll tell you a little bit of the journey of how Hinterland began. Oh, it smells like a Jamaican, man.
Ooh. That is interesting in a good way. Wow. I like it. I'm really digging it.
Wow. I will give that a yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm digging that.
So how did Hinterland's journey start? Well, this is
tell me a little bit.
Our journey. My wife, Michelle, and I started Hinterland in an old cheese factory just outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Get out of town.
And that would be his hometown with nothing more than our limited funds, sweat, passion, and insanity. It was 1995, and we were 24 years old, college grads, grinding out our corporate jobs and dreaming of doing something that people actually appreciated.
Amen.
While trying to discover the meaning of life, I poured most of my effort into music and tried to land a record deal while playing with the band Lucky in San Francisco. Our coast-to-coast travels in my
Been there
VW...
before.
Yeah, right? A little baby! So our coast-to-coast travels in my VW bus, twists and turns, landed me a gig as an editor for Beer, the magazine where I just got hooked into the beer-making world.
Cool.
It was an explorative
Yep.
journey to find our own hinterland that gave the brewery its name and its mission. In 1995, I nearly burned down the brewery. Not kidding. We decided to expand and renovate a turn-of-the-century Green Bay meatpacking warehouse into a production house and a restaurant featuring farm-to-table culinary experiences. Now, 20 years later, Michelle and I lead the spirit of Hinterland through passion and a talented staff. Along the way, we've launched 3 restaurants because we believe in great ingredients and great tasting experiences. At the end of the day, we really enjoy hanging out with friends, talking about killer beers, and exceptional foods.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten at one of the restaurants?
I have had, yes, I have. I've eaten at the one right across the street from Lambo. Food was good.
Is there a brewery in that one as well, or is that just a restaurant?
Yep,
So
there is a brewery inside there,
okay.
yeah. So that's like the newest.
Oh, yeah,
built.
right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How was the food? Food was good?
Food was good. Just, I mean, I think I had a bacon cheeseburger on a pretzel bun, you know,
Yeah.
and it was delicious.
Of course.
Went great with my
Absolutely.
beer. I can't remember what I drank, probably an IPA, but
I'd hope so.
definitely have a good love for Hinterland. And I mean,
Yeah.
whether I like the beer or not, if there's a brewery out of Wisconsin, especially the Green Bay area, give it the respects it deserves.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you can make a name for yourself, I mean, in Green Bay, there's so many breweries and just a diverse amount of people who enjoy a diverse amount of beer. So it's like so many different people like so many different kinds of beers, and if you can kind of make a name for yourself in that scene where everybody is like enjoying and drinking different kinds of beers, to not get like washed out is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And definitely a brewery like that deserves some acknowledgement and respect. And
the man behind this, he just mentioned his wife's name, but his name is Bill Tressler.
Okay.
So owner, brewer, food fanatic, drummer, and extreme sport enthusiast. So.
I like that. He went out. He bet on himself, kind of. Him and his wife, not just him. Him and his wife bet on themselves, and
hell yeah.
Went for it and followed a dream, a passion, something I hope to do myself one day. And
yeah,
hearing stories like that, dude almost burns his brewery down.
Yeah.
Probably thinking like, what did I just do? Is this the end of our business? But to
the
come
bottom's
back
never
stronger.
the bottom, man.
Yeah, right. And
always a ladder to the top.
yeah, no, so super cool. I really, really enjoy this
Dude,
beer.
this is good. I've never had this beer. I've had Hinterlands. I was in Austin's Food Market, the OG restaurant in Alloway. Place has been around for years upon years, and they actually have a fun little like local brewery like beer selection.
Okay, sure.
So I was there getting food, and I always just kind of go through what they have for beers, just and thought of the show, and I saw this one, and Jamaican Haze IPA.
It's so cool, and just the fact that we get to like, I don't know, explore different beers and get excited, like, oh, this looks like a fun can. It doesn't even need to be a beer that might be something we would never think to drink, but it's like, oh, it's a cool can, love to show it. Show it off on the show and talk about it, see how it tastes.
And I will admit,
cool.
I dropped the ball completely, and I'll get to talking a little bit about my trip later in the show. But my goal was, because we did drive, I wanted to find a beer, brewed in Destin. I was in Destin, Florida, and there was a beer there that I drank every night. That's all I drank. It's called 30A, and I dropped the ball and I didn't bring anything back, so my apologies.
Sounded like a good. Was it an IPA or was it just a light beer?
It was like a like a honey ale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was it was an easy drinking, just good, flavorful beer, and after I drank a lot. I drank a lot of them. Yeah, probably a brewery full. So, absolutely.
Hell
but damn, this is a good beer. And
oh yeah, we gotta rate this yet.
We'll rate it, but I'll also give you a little, just whatever they have on the beer.
So while you're looking up that quick, I would say, one of the things, it reminds me of, oh my gosh, what, a spotted cow almost, except a little bit more bitter, with a little bit extra bitterness to it, but not much. It's like subtle.
Dude, this is a very good beer, man.
It's really, I don't think it's as strong. Like, it's not a strong IPA where some IPAs.
I mean, for 6.8, it's good drinking. I mean, it's easy drinking. So, all right. So
it's very smooth.
This is what they say about the Jamaican Haze
IPA,
tell me about
man. The Jamaican Haze.
Do you want to take a 12-ounce vacation, man?
I want to take about 6 or 7 of them.
Our new Sabro hopped hazy IPA with notes of tangerine, coconut, mint, and tropical citrus fruits. Has a daydreaming of palm trees with sand beaches and cool island breeze. Take a few sips, and you might just hear a little bit of reggae, man. From the beach bar to a little bit of Buffalo Soldier. So, the style of this beer is a hazy IPA. The availability, this is a 25th anniversary limited release.
Oh.
So, I might have just caught it at the right time. And if you're munching on some food, what kind of food is good with this Jamaican Haze IPA, man? Hot wings, curry, tacos, pizza,
anything.
The malt is a 2-row pale crispy cara, white wheat, and flaked oats. The hops are Citra and Sabro. And it is 6.8%. So, definitely catch a little buzz. Well, you're catching a little buzz in Jamaica, man.
I'm looking up just a little intro about. No. Sorry, I was getting wrapped up in Sabro hop.
You put
research.
Jamaican in front of me.
Yeah.
I started. No, get in a little. It's a Datari Big B beer, man.
I would have been right there with you. But no, so Sabro hop. Sabro is a very unique hop. It has notable characteristics of fruit and citrus. Mostly a distinct tangerine flavor. It also contains coconut, tropical fruit, and stone fruit flavors, which I think is a lot of things you were just saying in the description of the beer.
Yeah.
But this is specifically about the hops, so you can see where they get those like flavors to say this is what our beer, how the flavor should come from. It's because of the hops, It's got this weird, unique combination. Interesting. Some have said that they have noticed hints of mint, cedar, and even cream. So just basically any flavor anyone could ever think of, they're like, yeah, this hop tastes like it.
And this beer, like, the taste of it, it's like, I don't want to say it's sweet. I don't want to say it's bitter. Like, in a way, it's like tangy. Like,
yeah,
it's
a weird,
tangy,
I mean,
enjoyable.
It's that distinct tangerine flavor to the hop that I think, it's not bitter, but it's not overly sweet. It is that tangerine. It's not, you don't drink it and you go, oh, this tastes like an orange.
I don't think I've ever, I think this is a one-of-a-kind, like, and we've said this time and time again, every time we get a lot of hazy day IPA, a lot of hazy IPAs.
Yep.
But, I mean, we've had a lot that are, and this one is distinct. It's a different, tangy, just a packs a punch with a whole different, I don't know. It's different. It's good. It's good, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's
beer,
hard to put your finger on exactly what.
I'm gonna show this can off to the peeps.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's got the Sabro hops on the can. Because there is a lot going on. I don't know. I'm not a. Oh yeah, there you go. Nice. But yeah, dude, it's not sweet, but it's not bitter. It just hits like It just hits very smooth. I would say it's like a smooth IPA.
When it says hot wings, curry, like I could have like a good plate of tacos with this. You know, I don't know. Like it's a good. I don't know. It's such a different. It's not too fruity. It's just a good balance.
Yeah,
dude.
I agree.
Good fucking beer, man.
Really, really good beer.
First of all, cheers to us being back in the stew.
Cheers.
What are you gonna do? Back in the stew.
Talk about it.
Max, on top of his game, wearing the HUA shirt.
Yeah, I got the HUA merch on.
I tried to wash mine real quick before the show. You seen if the HUA talks or what? Oh yeah, there it is, HUA. Yeah, I tried to wash mine real quick before Max picked me up. It was a little soggy when I put it on.
Didn't quite make it all the way through the dryer cycle.
No,
that happens. You know.
Had about 11 minutes of. Yeah.
Needed about 11 more
But
minutes.
I also had my new Dave Matthews long sleeve, and I was going to wear that.
You shoulda.
But that was in the dryer, too.
Oh, that was in with
I dried everything I wanted to wear. I washed and dried, and then,
Just a little too
So
long.
we're gonna rate this beer the week off coaches, dude.
Yes. Man, this is going to be a interesting one because...
Oh, I already got it.
You got
it.
You got who you're going with?
Just the uniqueness of this beer, the kind of outgoing flavor. Like this beer would speak above, this is, to me, this beer has a louder voice than other hazy IPAs that we've had. This is a beer that if you're in a crowd and this beer would speak out to you, you'd see it, you'd spot it just off the taste. I don't know. It's an outgoing, one-of-a-kind type of beers to me.
Okay.
Do you want me to give her right away? You want to
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, man, actually, hold on. Let me.
I get as soon as I tasted this and thought of coaches, it popped right in my head. And this is a big one. This is saying a lot about the beer.
For some reason, I'm having just like a mind blank of coaches.
There's a lot.
I know, and that's why I have an idea. Man, that'd be a big rating to give this one, though.
I think mine's a big one. I think it might. I like it.
What sport is yours?
Football. This is Green Bay Packer football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is, I don't know. I think this is a right choice.
Because I have one that kind of goes with just the uniqueness and the hazy, Jamaican hazy, a bit of an not an oddball, a free spirit as a coach.
Is this
He's a basketball coach, legendary basketball coach.
Would
NBA,
I know him?
NBA.
Oh, NBA?
Yeah, you'd know him. If you heard the name, you might not.
Oh, I think I probably don't know.
But I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of Packer coach. No Packer coach to me has really been
Just wait till you hear my answer. Then it'll pop. Maybe it won't link up the same way it links up with me, but I'm looking at a picture of the guy right now, and I'm looking at my beer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I'm on. Don't peek,
okay,
man.
Okay, sorry.
Come on now, man.
I'm anxious. Okay, well, shoots my goots.
Take another sip. Take a sniff. Take it all in, dude. We got a lot more beer to drink, and I'm supposed to take it down in a short amount of time here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my coach. I'll probably think of a different coach, later in the show, and I'll be like, shit, I should have.
Well, when you think of that later coach, you can bring him up.
But you go first. Actually, no, I'll go first because
Okay.
yours is probably better than mine. So I'll go first. Save the good one for last. So I'm just gonna say Phil Jackson. I'm going Phil Jackson.
Okay.
The hippie coach. He was like the
I
first
like that.
hippie.
That's a big rating.
It's a really good beer. Phil Jackson's one of the most decorated coaches in NBA history. Coach Michael Jordan to the 6 titles that they had. it's high. It is a big rating.
But the personality fits the beer.
The personality fits the beer. He was a unique coach. He brought a whole new mindset to coaching and offense and playing the game, and his attitude towards his players was kind of let the players be themselves, but kind of like channel the player onto the court and fit. He just had a different way of coaching, and I think this is just kind of a different beer, but
this beer is it's
itself. But it's different but the same.
Yeah, it puts a different stamp on the
can tell it's a hazy IPA. You're not like, what is this? I don't understand this beer. You're like, oh, this is an IPA. It's hazy, but man, is it smooth and just unique.
It packs.
It probably could fool someone if you're like, this is an IPA. They probably wouldn't expect it to be an IPA.
Hell yeah. I love that answer.
So I'm going Phil Jackson.
That's a good answer, man.
What do you got?
I'm going to give this beer a Kevin Green.
Oh!
Rest in peace. But
I love it.
Kevin Green, rest in peace to Kevin Green. But
I love it.
That was one of the first coaches that I really took a interest in just because of his spunk and his tenacity and the way it was a coach but was on the field at the same time.
It was almost like he was like one of the first coaches where I felt like he wanted to be on the field more just as much or more than some of the players.
Absolutely, dude.
Know?
And like just in Kevin Green, I mean, I think the first moment I took a very big interest to him, it was in 2010 when the Packers were playing the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and it was coming down to the last minutes, and he pulled Clay Matthews to the side. It was a timeout, and he just looked at Clay Matthews. This is your time.
Yep.
It's your time, and you just the goosebumps, just the way it flowed, and sure shit, Clay Matthews forces a fumble, but just Kevin Green, his funk, just the spunk he brought to the game.
Yeah.
And not only as a coach, but a player. I mean, he was a linebacker, defensive end for the Rams, for the Steelers, for the Panthers, for the 49ers.
Yep.
And this dude coached with more heart than anybody had.
Yep.
And you felt his presence once you got to know him. But he was different. He's a long-haired, goofy motherfucker who was just into it. He'd bash his head on players' helmet. He was just he was
intense.
He was the kind of coach I inspire to be. But he was different, and that's what this beer is to me. This is this beer might be a coach, but it's a spunky. It brings its different taste to a table.
Brings its own elements to the beer game.
So, goddamn.
And a big part of Kevin Green and how he coached was just his success as a player. So
whoa,
what?
He died in Destin, Florida.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. That is pretty weird, man.
That is weird.
That is some good.
That gives kind of me the heebie-jeebies.
That is
fucking weird.
Very strange.
Wow. Okay.
The universe is a finicky mistress
place. Yeah. But continue. I'm sorry. That just caught my eye, man.
Man, no. Yeah, I can imagine.
Shit.
As anyone listening, Carl was just in Destin, Florida, on a little, vacay, a little R&R, getting away from the world for a little bit. So yeah, no, that is
that's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
No, what I was saying, it was along the lines of just that he was such a good. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So he could kind of be coach the way he wanted to coach, and players would respect him. But they, I feel like if you're a dude and you're out there and you're just being this in your face, bashing heads on helmets, dude, coach, but you're it'd be like me out there. Let's say it was just, I was 6'5", whatever, and I just was studied film and then was coaching. And I was like, yo, let's go, let's get that, tackle that. They'd be like, dude, chill, relax, buddy.
Yeah.
But since it's a Hall of Famer out there, it's almost, I would feel as a player, dude, I don't know. I've never played, but man, I just feel like the amount of experience and success he's had, really like hammered home his points of like, play this way and you will also have success.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, we might off track on this, but a big thing for me, what I looked in with coaches, I've had coaches who never played football, who are usually like the books, like the nerds of football. They know the game,
sure,
they know.
sure.
But I've
X's and O's
I've had players, or I've had coaches who've played the game their whole lives, and that's the type of coach who I am. Where eventually when I get on the field, like, I just going and filming that East game. I mean, just I want to be out. Like, I'm a guy like Kevin Green. When I saw him, I'm like, that he wants to put on a helmet and pads and go out there and hit somebody. That, like, he's just a spunky out there. Yeah.
It's almost like the energy he brought was alive. And like, you could grab it, and if you had it in you, you could grab his energy and play with it.
Yeah, harness that shit.
Yeah, harness it. Yeah.
And you know what? The energy in this beer, this Jamaican Kevin Green, Phil Jackson beer, man.
It is a very good IPA. I think we gave it some
Hall of Fame ratings.
These are Hall of Fame ratings. Man. So if you're out there,
just look at this picture real quick of Kevin Green. Like, doesn't that?
Oh, that is.
He
just
probably
perfect.
has a Jamaican Haze IPA, man.
Coach Green, R.I.P. man, and
hell yeah.
Man, it's cool that a guy like that probably would never know it, but he brought so many people just like joy.
Oh yeah.
Not even from winning a Super Bowl, but just as a fan, when you see a coach cares as much as you do, it means so much to you as a fan.
Especially when you're
watching.
It
means so much. And he's a position coach. He was an outside linebackers coach. And to see him just attack the game and coaching and the players, like he treated Clay Matthews like it was himself out there. And you just appreciate that a lot as a fan. And he would be, he might never understand that, because he just is doing what he loves to do.
Yeah.
And it's from a dude like me who's never stepped foot on a football field and that even close to that capacity. Like, it means a lot.
Yeah.
So that it's cool that we got, as a Packer fan, we got to have a coach like that come through our building.
I mean, I always said when I heard that he had passed, that was one death. It was like tough. That hurt. I always told all my buddies, everybody who was a fan around me, like, I wanted Kevin Green to be the D coordinator.
Yeah.
I wanted him to come back and be the D coordinator, just because you need that to have a good defense. You need to be nutty, dude. If you're a good linebacker, you look at the Ray Nitschkes, the Dick Butkuses, all these, just Brian Urlachers, they're nuts, dude.
Yeah. Well, would you want that as a coach? Maybe.
Fuck yeah, I want that as a coach. I mean,
I might want someone a little more level-headed.
No, the best. See, it varies, man.
Exactly, and that's what
everybody
I mean.
Gets coached different.
Yeah, everyone has their own. See, like,
I want some guy who's grabbing me by the face mask and splitting his head open over my helmet.
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
that's what gets me hyped.
All right,
but yeah,
cool.
And that's what this beer. Totally I want to bash this beer over my head and. What a goddamn beer!
You like it? Hell yeah, let's get this going.
I mean, we're gonna transition here to a little. We're gonna get cribbed.